We always expect new strategies to pop up in Standard when a new set rotates in, but not like this. Absolutely not like anything we're about to look at. There's a new hilarious strategy gaining a ton of popularity really quickly, and we're going to show it to you in all of its hysterical glory. The best part? This crazy deck is competitive and actually something to look out for. Like, it wins a lot. Hope you're ready for the Standard ride of your life, and remember, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, helps out a lot. We'll begin with the namesake of the deck, God-Pharaoh's Gift. Yes, this is real. 7 mana for an artifact. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. It gains haste until end of turn. So basically, the gift is a gigantic artifact that gives everything Eternalize, lets you do it for free once each turn, and gives the creature haste. Since there are 3 copies of this card in the deck, you have to imagine the rest of the deck is built around enabling this absurd trigger. If you do imagine that, you are correct. That's exactly what the rest of the deck does. This is gonna be good. Gate to the Afterlife obviously has to be in the deck, a full playset. You can sacrifice it to search for your God-Pharaoh's Gift. The point of the entire strategy, so naturally it's here. Now, that first trigger is pretty nice. You get to gain some life when a non-token creature you control dies, and you get to draw and discard, potentially fueling your gift. But the real reason this is in the deck is obviously because of the sack ability that not only lets you find your gift, but also puts it onto the battlefield. Now you can only use this sacrifice ability if you have 6 or more creature cards in your graveyard, but as you'll soon see, that won't be all that difficult to pull off. Okay, so what do we know so far? We know that the gift is designed to take advantage of having a ton of creatures in your graveyard that you can Eternalize. The gate exists to get your gift, but in the end, it's pretty difficult to get 6 creatures in your graveyard, isn't it? Or to get to 7 mana to cast your God-Pharaoh's Gift. So what do? Oh, I'll tell you. You mill yourself straight to Kingdom Come. Try to follow me here. A full playset of strategic planning is in the deck. It lets you dig 3 cards deep, you choose something you want in your hand, then you get to mill the other 2 cards. Let's say one of those is a gift. It's a good thing we're also running a playset of Refurbish. Yup, Refurbish. This is getting straight crazy at this point. Welcome to the easiest way to get that stupid gift onto the battlefield. You mill it with something like strategic planning and then bring it back much cheaper than before with Refurbish. Let's explore this more. Strategic planning is but 1 card. You can't possibly hope to mill enough off of just that. Good thing we're running both Champion of Wits and Minister of Inquiries. This deck is so funny, I can't even handle it right now. Okay. So the Champion is one of those delicious Eternalized targets. When it enters the battlefield, you get to draw a bunch and discard 2. As a 2/1, it doesn't let you dig that much, but as a 4/4, that's draw 4, discard 2. Much higher chance you're gonna get what you need. Either way, it's 3 mana to move 2 cards to your graveyard. That's the important part, at least early game. Minister of Inquiries, straight bonkers. Yes, you will be targeting yourself with the mill ability. You want to put almost everything you have in your graveyard. With the exception of Refurbish or strategic planning, you don't mind your entire deck in the yard, to be honest. Minister is an early and solid way to get our self-mill going. So now we have our gift, tutor for the gift, milling to get rid of the gift, and refurbish to bring it back. Best part? All of this self-milling that we're doing is going to help us immensely once the gift is actually online, because the gift brings back our creatures, so everything we're milling is just going to come back eventually, and with spicy new 4/4 bodies and more triggers than ever. Remember Champion of the Wits? That's coming back with the gift as a 4/4 that gives you more self-mill and it has haste. The Minister, it's a 4/4 now too, and it lets you continue your self-mill train. Nothing wrong with that, but that can't be it, right? No, it cannot. Prepare yourselves for hilarity. Angel of Invention. Say hello to the most powerful win condition in the entire deck. Angel of Invention is beyond absurd in this strategy and easily one of the best cards here. Think about it. You mill it to your graveyard, your gift hits the battlefield, you target the angel with your gift, it enters the battlefield as a 4/4, you get to fabricate 2, it boosts all your other creatures, and it comes with haste, which means that this angel at the very least is hitting the battlefield as a 4/4 with flying, vigilance, lifelink, and haste. You can make it even bigger if you want, it's your choice. Angel of Invention with God-Pharaoh's Gift is one of those card interactions that can literally change the course of the game. Eternalizing this card can save you, it can bring you back from the brink, truly a disturbingly powerful interaction, just mill everything. Think we're done yet? Not even close. Cataclysmic Gearhulk is the next recipient of Bolus's gift. When it enters the battlefield, you get to balance everything. Keep an artifact and a creature, which is important for the deck, and it's a 4/5 with vigilance all by itself. When you bring it back, it has haste and the board is nearly cleared again. Best part? You can refurbish this back to the battlefield if you don't want to use the gift on it yet. You can be balancing the game over and over again until you just win. After the second or third time this ability resolves, you start seeing the hope leave your opponent's eyes. It's actually a great feeling. Still not done. Remember this little guy from the Tribal Spirits deck a ways back? Well, it's back and better than ever. It can come down early and sacrifice itself to counter a key instant or sorcery, or you can use the gift to bring it back later as a 4/4 flyer that really counters something you don't like. Unless your opponent pays 4, totally savage. Mausoleum Wanderer is solid spell protection if you ever needed it, and again, on a 4/4 flyer with haste, God-Pharaoh's gift. It's ridiculous. The last creature in the deck is Thraben Inspector, of course. Now, the Inspector doesn't have the kind of impact that the rest of the creatures in the deck have, but it's still useful. It's still 4 targets for the gift, more tutor fodder for the gate, and it comes with a clue each time it enters the battlefield, and it'll be a 4/4 when it gets brought back. Even Thraben Inspector gets additional value in this deck, as if anyone thought the Inspector needed more value. For lands, the deck runs a combination of Irrigated Farmland, Port Town, Prairie Stream, and Ipnu Rivulet as non-basics. The duels don't need much explanation, but if you find yourself in a pinch and you need more self-mill, the Rivulet is there for you. It won't be your primary source of self-mill, and it absolutely shouldn't be, but it's there in case you need it. Add in a handful of islands and plains, and you have the 23-land mana base. Let's talk synergies, overview, and sideboarding. Blue-white God-Pharaoh's gift is a ridiculous strategy, but the design is ingenious. Everything works so well with everything else. Strategic planning, Minister of Inquiries, and Champion of Wits mill a lot. Gate to the Afterlife tutors for the gift, while also discarding cards for you when something dies. Refurbish brings back your gift. It also brings back your gate in case someone destroys it. Or your Cataclysmic Gearhulk in case you're super behind and need an emergency near wipe. All the creatures benefit greatly from being eternalized. Angel of Invention becomes a whole new creature with higher base stats and friggin' haste. It really is a beauty, like a symphony of synergy. All the pieces come together to create powerful interactions that aren't easily fought against. And before you get a chance, because I know this is going to happen, yes, Thraben Inspector is worth playing, don't replace it. Yes, Minister of Inquiries is worth playing, don't replace it. You need the mill from the Minister and another early drop that can give you something worth having. I'll take clues any day of the week. Now, for one of the most important parts, let's talk sideboard. The deck runs 3 Mausoleum Wanderer in the main deck, and that 4th one better be in the sideboard because a Braid is a nightmare and we hate that card. I'd also include a few Dispel just to be safe. I see the main version of the deck sides a full playset, but I don't think you need that many. I like 2 to 3, probably 3. Vehicles suck, so Fragmentize is great. Crook of Condemnation should be in every single sideboard for Delirium, some Emerge deck, Zombies. Crook is just plain insane, to be honest. Some additional resources that this deck in particular could utilize. Sunscourge Champion is crazy good against the mono red decks running around right now. You get to gain 2 and then gain 4 however way you bring it back. Along similar lines, I know Linvala is a favorite as you can bring it back with the gift at some point, gain a bunch of life, and potentially get more creatures. Everything you want against decks that work faster than yours. Lastly, I'm a huge fan of Fumigate. Well, at least as big of a fan as I can be for a 5-mana board wipe, but you gain a bunch of life, and it gives you targets for your gifts. Also, it wipes the board so you don't die real fast. That too. So what do you think about this strategy that's sweeping the multiverse? We've seen some versions of it for the past few weeks, but this particular iteration has gained a fair amount of success so far. I expect that we'll be seeing more of it in the future, so tell me, is this a deck you'd consider playing? What do you like about it, dislike about it? I gotta know, have you played with it already? Hook me up with the info. Lastly, the full deck list is linked in the description, so it's right there for you. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. This video is brought to you in part by TCGplayer.com. Blue-White God-Pharaoh's gift, something you want to get into? Good, you should, it's hilarious. Unfortunately, the popularity of the deck is skyrocketing right now, and you gotta get pieces while you still can. Angel of Invention is one of the most powerful cards in the deck, so you gotta jump on this. You can get copies for now for $6 each on TCG Player. Seems expensive? Well, most places are sold out because the deck's insanity. Good luck, friends. If you want them, click the link on the screen. Helps the channel. We all win. Enjoy.